Ema is basically doing exactly what these other influencers are doing.
Just a normal girl online.
Except they don't actually have to buy the fancy dress or the fancy car or anything like that.
Except she doesn't exist.
I would say that it's not that Ema is real, because look at, she's basically doing what these other influencers are doing. I would say she's just revealing that these influencers were shallow and fake in the first place.
She's a virtual human, made from CGI, born in 2017.
And I would say, like, the reason why she's getting attention is because she's novel, it's new, but I think that will increasingly not be the case. You know, it's just becoming easier and easier to generate these things, and, you know, as that happens, I think that, you know, people will, it's just going to cease to be new and exciting anymore. And I would say that this is actually kind of a problem. I would say it's a good problem for these social media influencers, because I would say generally, not all influencers, but a lot of people where we categorize them on social media that are the influencers are kind of,
they don't actually have a lot of influence because they're not actually doing a lot of meaningful things.
Yeah, and they're kind of preying on these human base instincts of, you know, of luxury and beauty and social status.
Look at me. And look at me in this position.
Yeah.
And this position.
And this new fancy dress. And it's like, Ema is basically doing exactly what these other influencers are doing.
Except they don't actually have to buy the fancy dress or the fancy car or anything like that.
And I would say that's also a big problem for these influencers, in the sense that, like, a lot of the reason why we will look at a Lamborghini and be like, wow, that's a Lamborghini, right, is because these things are scarce, right? It's not something you see every day. But now anybody can just make themselves in an AI Lamborghini, right?
Yeah.
And who would know, right? And so it's part of this is that these things will become less scarce, and I would say therefore become less valuable. But I would say that this is actually a good thing in some ways, because I would say that it's not that Ema is real, because look at, she's basically doing what these other influencers are doing. I would say she's just revealing that these influencers were shallow and fake in the first place, right?
Yeah.
She's just kind of replicating what these other influencers are doing, and for the most part, a lot of these influencers are replicating each other. Oh, this is the next new fad. This is the next new fancy purse I need to buy. I'm going to buy it and post a picture of myself with this purse. You know, it's like, whatever that may be. I don't think that that's very valuable, but I would say it's something that has in the past drawn a lot of attention, because people are attracted to social status signals. They are attracted to this life of luxury, and they're attracted to beauty, and there's a lot of also sexualizing on these platforms as well, and, you know, and that's also becoming less scarce with AI. You know, anybody can generate those kinds of things now, and it's just becoming easier and easier and more accessible. And so I would say this is not something that's like, oh wow, Ema is so real. It's like, no, I would say just a lot of human engagement on these social media platforms wasn't real in the first place. And I'm actually glad that some of these AI tools are going to be exposing that.